Hey guys, BKRose9 here, giving you another. Well, actually, this is kind of new now. Um, hey guys, BKRose9 here, giving you a new season of the IPDL season 6, I want to say it is. And you might be wondering what's going on. Like, what is everything so far? As of right now, everything is kind of a little washed up. Well, except for the new mons. Gen 8 is here. Moves have been banned. There's it's a lot. It's actually a lot. Um, and so we're gonna get straight into it. Of course, I labeled some of these. Thank you so much to Flygon, who kind of helped out with this, just telling us which moves are banned, which aren't, just stuff like that. Okay, so as of right now, Jump Kick, Pursuit, Refresh, Hidden Power, Signal Beam, Return, Frustration, and Punishment are banned. Along with some of the other ones, of course, I see Jump Kick now twice, so I don't know how many moves from the top I just listed are there. But I just wanted to give a quick little recap. Oh, thank you. A quick little recap of moves that are banned, so that way everyone is aware. Of course, I just said Jump Kick, Pursuit, Refresh, Hidden Power being a big one. Signal Beam, Return, Frustration, Punishment. Most of these I will talk about in this recap, but I do want to just point it out here. Karate Chop, Double Slap, being some big ones. Dragon Rage, again Jump Kick, not high Jump Kick, so thank God for that. Mirror Move, Egg Bomb, Spike Cannon, Psywave, just Feint Attack, Return, Frustration, Magnitude, Pursuit, Hidden Power. These 5 are going to be really huge. So, Smelling Salts could be pretty okay. Secret Power, okay. Assist is kind of a downer to me. Snatch, also a downer. Ice Ball, Needle Arm. Camouflage is actually kind of huge. Silver Wind, Grass Whistle, Signal Beam. Signal Beam's a very big one. So is Sky Uppercut. Wake Up Slap again is there. Embargo. I don't think I don't think Torment is banned. We'll have to see. Punishment, Me First. Magnet Bomb. Heal Order. Ominous Wind. Flame Burst. Wait, Ominous Wind, really? Okay. Heal Order for people that have Vespiquen or Vespiqueen. Synchronoise. Skydrop. Chip Away. Bestow. Steamroller. Roto. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Steamroller, Heart Stamp, Iron Deluge. All of those are banned. Rock Climb as well, so Rip Tauros. So that's basically the gist of it. These moves are pretty challenging to like. If any of your mons get this, it's kind of going to be challenging, especially if it's a big one like Signal Beam, Return, Frustration. Like if those are used in sets, it's going to be hard to like try to replace them. And Hidden Power as well. Hidden Power is going to be a huge one. And if I do mention any Hidden Power shenanigans, then I am sorry. I'm getting used to this. So with that being said, guys, we are in a new season. We are in a new fun little season with new mons. New mons, new logos. We are no longer going to be the Hope Speak High Dragons this season. We are going to be the Moto Stoke Darumakas, Why Darumaka instead of Darmanitan? Because it's a cute little thing. It's a cute little man. So with that being said, just gonna go over the team recap. Tell you everything that has happened, everything that's kind of been changed. Some abilities are banned. Luckily, none of mine are, for what I know. It's just go over the basis of it. You know, nothing new, nothing old. I mean, I know this has been a long time, but you know, is what it is. So, our first round pick was Kobayashi. We started off the draft at number 9, and then had to wait a whole bunch of turns for our second round pick. And Dragapult got sniped, but Dragapult wasn't really a big deal to me. Kyurem was a big deal to me, who went to the Wyandotte Oshis, or not the Wyandotte, whoops, the Michigan State Oshis of Trainer Sore. But kind of the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm liking this this Salamence pick. You got 2 abilities that you can just run across. You could either run like an Intimidate, Scarf, or Intimidate Band. Like you can run choice on either of these 2 abilities. I've seen a lot of Scarf Moxie, and of course with the Z moves being banned, and the Gigantamaxing and the Dynamaxing and the Gigantamaxing being banned. It's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be like old school Pokemon, just with a bit of more moves, so to say. But Salamence is a good hard hitter, very fast. Running at a okay. I thought it was actually a lot faster, but it's all good. But it's fast. It hits pretty hard. It gets moves like Crunch. It gets Defog, which could be handy sometimes, because you know my goal this season is not to. Thank you, Samsung, again. Why does Samsung always do that to me? It's not just to win, but it's to finally get my mojo back. Kind of have fun with it. Do these unique sets that no one would ever think of, and kind of just have fun with it. Of course, this thing gets Double Edge, gets Dragon Claw. Of course, no return, so Double Edge could work. Facade, just in case someone tries to run a burn, paralyze. Gets D-Dance, you know, because D-Dance is always fun. Everyone gets D-Dance. Fire Blast, Flamethrower, if you don't want to risk the miss. Hydro Pump. It's a really good mon. It really works with the core that I was trying to build with Dragon Fairy Steel. Of course, my fairy type got got like sniped 300 different times. So you'll see, or as you see, we had to go with a little new pick for our fairy type. But I will go over that in a few minutes. Gets Roost. It's really good. Kind of pairing up with some of the other mons on this team, and I think we really have coverage for everything that this thing is weak to. I think Kobayashi is probably going to be one of our strongest members. Like I know it's just because it's a tier 1, but there are many other mons that can probably top this. In our division, we have many different teams that we actually don't even face, which is kind of a new thing. But there are many different stronger dragon types out there, and I'm pretty sure our division took like 2 of them. So you know, we gotta move on to the next best thing. We gotta move to what we like. We gotta do a lot of different things. But this thing does have a lot of coverage. I feel like it's more on the special side than the physical side for that coverage. Of course, Salamence is more of a physical attacker, so we'll try to do what we can with it. It's great for getting rid of, well, if we do run defog, It's great for getting rid of webs and rocks especially for this man. But moving on, we go into Glader. Of course, everyone knows that Glader is he's been a monster for not only this not only for this franchise. Well, actually, start of a new franchise, but not only for like the past franchise, but for just me in general. Um, it's a beautiful attacker. I don't think it lost any moves this season, but I know it got Earth. Oy vey. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's been a while since I've done this, and my mouth is really parched. I don't really have much water, so bear with me. Bear with me. So it gets Earthquake, gets Flare Blitz. It's a really good for matching its other typings. Um so like grass type, we have that fire typing for it. Fire typing should be weak to water, but we have water absorb, so that's good. It's the only thing this thing gets. It can be ran many different ways. Scarf, band, specs, AB. It can be run as a sash user. It can be ran with a berry. Many great things about Glider. It gets Focus Blast. I don't remember if it gets a physical fighting move now. It does. So Superpower is going to be really good. Stone Edge, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Scald. This thing's just it's bulky, but it can also like pack a punch as well. And that's something that I really wanted with my fire type, and it's also something I wanted with a possible water type. Instead of like a bulky water type that I usually grab. And in which case we have our bulky grass type, because you can't have Glader without Nagini. Like, for some reason, every time that I've drafted Volcanion or Glader, I've drafted Serperior or Nagini. Of course, Nagini gets Contrary, which is really good for people that want to try to run webs against our, I would say decently fast team. I would say it's a pretty fast team. This thing could be ran lefties. It could be ran Life Orb. Yeah, for some reason the popular items are just all over. Wiki Berry is not really that good. I don't know why that's there, but it could be ran Timid. It could be ran Modest. It could be ran with a bold nature. It could be ran a lot of different ways. It's a really, and like when I say bulky, I wouldn't say it's as bulky as maybe things like Shaman or Tangrowth, but it's pretty good for what we've got on our team. Its move pool isn't the best, especially without the Hin powers, but it gets a lot more moves that can be used viably. Especially in this like usually useless moves type of pool. With things like Hyper Beam wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't. I don't think Mirror Coat was banned. I think Mirror Move was banned. So we could run Mirror Coat. We could run like a Rest Snore set. We could just run a lot of different things and try to like get an advantage on our opponents with maybe things like Ring Out or just things like that. I think this mon is going to morally serve as a cleric than a bulky defensive mon that can pack a punch like Glitter is. So, but we do have our little boy that can pack a punch with Trifecta, and Trifecta is a really good mon. With that adaptability, I don't think anything also got brought from this thing. We have another defogger, which I don't think Glader gets defog now. I forgot about that. Everything gets defog. Wait a minute. Our first 4 mons get defog, so we can run We could run a defog set on Superior. We can run a defog set on Glader. We could do a lot of different things. I'm pretty like we have rapid spin in Donphan, which I'll get to in a minute. We have a lot of different things. Man, I didn't realize how many things get defog. Um, but this mon's a total package. We get drill run, we get poison jab, knockoff. Pursuit has been banned, so that kind of sucks. But it's better to like for prediction reasons. Singit's roost. X scissor, fell stinger. I know I've ran fell stinger in the past. Um, I've ran. Sadly, ominous wind is just banned, which I don't understand. But well, actually, no, never mind. I think I understand because it's like um the the coding doesn't have it, so to say. So I guess that's why it's banned. I don't know if that means that Dusk Noir is kind of worse now, but point is, we can run different things. We could run Skull Bash, we could run Throat Chop, we can run a lot of different things to kind of help our advantage against things like maybe Gardevoir or Gallade, just as prime examples. Brick Break for things like Alola Ninetales, Aurora Veil. I think Lapras also gets Aurora Veil, so that can help as well. Acrobatics really isn't the best, but it can be viable. Drill run, frustration not being a thing. This mon mainly is kind of a revenge killer. A revenge or a speedy revenge killer, especially with how good its attack is. Its defense and special defense aren't the best, but it's something that we can kind of play around with all of our other mons on our team. For example, we have Tusks. Tusks, an amazing defense stat. I don't know why it's. I'm not even gonna question why that just is there. Why that big 0 is there. But a good mon to kind of help out with trifecta. We get Sturdy. We get Sandville. And Sandville could be really good for things like Tyranitar. Oh, sorry. It's still kind of coming off with a cold. But a Sandville against maybe an Excadrill or a or like an Excadrill Tyranitar team. I know that's a thing. Thanks a lot, Dante. Just things that set up Sandaconda, just things like that. We could, and then Sturdy's really good because we could get hit with like, I don't know why I'm focusing on Dante's team so much, but but things like Cramorant, who is known for like Surf, Hurricane, Ice Beam, Roost, things like that. And in terms of like if we do want to do something like that, where we just have Sturdy, we can run a couple different things. We can run like maybe a berry that can help us out after we get knocked down to our Sturdy, like a +1 speed or that's a Salic, or like a +1 attack, something like that. Something that kind of helps us. Thing does get Head Smash, gets Gunk Shot, Fire Fang. Gunk Shot would be probably the best for the grass types. I think that was just now given to us in Gen 8. I'm not sure if it was there in Gen 7. Earthquake, it doesn't really need much that it's already got. It gets Poison Jab, Play Rough, Knockoff. Ice Shard for priority, Seed Bomb for the water types. It gets amazing things. Stone Edge for that silly little Cramorant that I love so much. I don't know why, but I love Cramorant. It's a spin user, so and with the +1 speed, on our like if we do get the +1 speed for the rapid spin, It runs us basically to, I want to say, it runs us to around 200. So like, I would say maybe like 250, 249, somewhere around there. And like I said, rapid spin gives us a little boost. It doesn't say it here, but what can you do? But along with that, it helps set up rocks with our other mon. It really helps, and we just had to play to our weakness. Um, with our Registeel, Steal Your Girl. So he's got a really good ability with Clear Body. Sets up rocks. Um, is a good user for setting up things like maybe status, um, hazards. It gets superpower. It gets Thunder Wave. Gets toxic. If we want to, we can run a rock polish set. One thing I've always wanted to try with this mon is a fun little like weakness policy set because it gets rest. Um, but maybe like many different things like rest, sleep talk. And we run like, I don't know, just a whole bunch of different things. There's so many possibilities with this mon that it was too hard to pass up. And I really didn't have something to back up if Registeel got picked up. So, um, just it's a really bulky mon. It's something that we didn't um I didn't feel like we could go without because looking at Nagini and then looking at Glader, I was thinking, okay, so a lot of the things that I thought were gonna go haven't gone yet, but are going to go soon. And I knew that if round 6 it was open, it was going to be taken like round 7, so I needed to jump onto it. It was something that I really couldn't pass up because we do not have that many rock setters. We don't have that many um like status mons. We didn't have a lot, which I was hoping we did at the time, but there was nothing really I could have done. Personally, I could have probably grabbed Alola Ninetales, which is what I wanted around this time, and then grab Registeel, but as soon as Ninetales went, I was kind of just freaking out. But it's not a bad mon, especially for its move pool, because Curse. Wait, I thought I got Curse. What? Yeah. See. Okay. So yeah, it gets Curse. I don't know why that's down here. It gets a lot of different things that we could use to our advantage. But the main thing was try to get a mon that can run status or can run hazards. So next up we have Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. In our Mian Chao. I decided to get something that was kind of more, I wouldn't say all around, but more so helpful in its new ability actually, because its ability actually got buffed. Not regen, not reckless, but inner focus. Um, Inner focus actually doesn't allow Mian Xiao to take intimidates. So we could be in a critical point, and Mian Xiao could be like late sweep, and then end up going up against things like, and I would say Salamence, but we have Salamence, but things with intimidate. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty actually hold up because I know I can look this up. But things with intimidate, things that can really hurt us. So yeah, see that's what I thought. Incineroar, Scrafty, Mawile, him on top, Quillfish, Gyarados is probably going to be the biggest one, along with Arcanine. But things like that. Like we could be in that type of situation and end up getting screwed by an intimidate, and that's where that inner focus kind of comes in. But as well, a lot of people run it with like a reckless or a regenerator. Maybe some type of choice item, maybe some type of berry. Just there's a lot of things that we can do with the with our girl, me and Chow. It gets drain punch, gets fake out, high jump kick. Luckily is not banned. Um, if we don't want to take that chance, we got drain punch. We can knock off poison jab for the fairies. Just a really good mon in general. I'm surprised it actually went this far. As I was grabbing it, and because I figured it was actually going to go round 6. And our other replacement for this was Hitmonchan, because obvious rapid spin. It's good mon. But I feel like we needed a little more speed. And as you like look onto the rest of our team, we don't really carry that much speed. We more so carry like status and just all out things that can really weaken our opponent. In which case, Hin Power is really kind of just not gonna hurt us. If we get knocked off, we could always like plan on ahead and go with acrobatics. We can maybe try a baton pass from one of our other mons into this. Maybe like I'm not 100% on that type of thing, because I would rather have a slow baton pass. We've already had a baton pass sweep this season, so like anything's possible. I've seen like just from this season, it was a Glade baton pass, or like baton pass into Glade. It was like +3 or 4. I think it was +4 speed, +1 attack, +1 defense. Behind a sub, and it just absolutely wrecked. So anything can happen. Any idea can happen. This thing gets baton pass. A lot of things get baton pass. We could run so many different things for this late game sweeper. Next up, we got one of the newer mons who, for some reason, just doesn't have moves in here. Little Goth Girlfriend in Indidi. It has a different, like, it's between Indidi and Indidi male. Those two kind of switch, so to say, as in female Indidi is more defensive, male Indidi is more physical. So because I pretty sure it's just attack and defense switch, and then special attack, special defense switch. So it's not a bad mon. It's not. I'm trying to pull up the moves, but it just seems like it's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna have to look this up in a second. So Indie. There it is. There it is. And that's just the male one. Because the female one gets baton pass. The female one gets a lot, I would say a lot better moves. Because personally, I do prefer the female better. And also, this one gets inner focus, and the other one, the female one, gets own tempo. Both blocked by Intimidate, along with getting synchronized. So if we do get burned or poisoned or paralyzed, we can just give it to the mon that did it to us. Also gets Psychic Surge, which is really fun, because we could be in a situation where a priority could just end us, and we somehow don't have to worry about it if our opponent does forget about Psychic Terrain, because a lot of people do. But yeah, it gets Baton Pass, gets Calm Mind, Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam. If we want to do like a fake out type of thing, we can. If we want to do screens, we can do screens. This mon really has a lot of potential. It's also like one of the amazing metronome mons, which I'm so happy about. I'm so happy that Indy is one of my favorite mons in Gen 8, 100%. Um, besides Appleton, which was sadly grabbed, but it's a really good defensive mon. It's something that we can use as another cleric. I know it gets well. I thought it got wish, but personally, it's like okay. I'm sorry. So it does get healing wish, which is kind of a last second effort. Like if we are really low and we need something to be healed instantly, we have things like that. So like a slow healing wisher. Um, but it's just something that can help us like kind of stall out the opposition as well. We can use Calm Mind, Baton Pass. We can heal with aromatherapy, or well, heal statuses that is. There's a lot of things that can go into our mon. And I felt like we needed to try out something new. I felt like we needed to try one of the newer mons. And that's just kind of what I went for. I felt like with Indy, there's a lot of potential with our team to run this year, and I think that with Indy we can really create some interesting little sets. So next up we have Nami, our Primarina. Of course, our Primarina is a little. She's our little new one of the of the or not the generation, but of the like coaching season, everything like that. Besides Indy and the Alolan Persian that you see over there. So I'm not positive about this mon, but both of my fairy types got sniped. Actually 3 of them got sniped, and so I had to run with another water type. This thing's specially defensive, and it's specially offensive. It gets moves like Dazzling Gleam, gets Energy Ball, Hydro Pump, Hyper Voice. If we wanted to run a not Hidden Power, stop it. Like Liquid Voice, Hyper Voice. If we wanted to run maybe Scald with Torrent, we could. Shadow Ball. I've seen this thing with Scarf. I've seen this thing with Specs. I've even seen Life Orb Primarina. But I feel like Nami's goal is just to kind of act as a dragon check, but not only a dragon check, but like if Glader wasn't to come and we needed something that can resist those hits, we have Nami there. Nami gets Ice Beam, which is really good. So, and it gets Moonblast for things like maybe Mega Garchomp or um or things like Scrafty that could be a big um deal to our team. But other than that, Nami kind of just serves the purpose of go hard or go home. That's basically all. However, Rai on the other hand, our Thunderous, he's our prankster mon of this gen, or of this team. Usually I don't like prankster, but I've grown to it with Whimsicott on my in-game team. So prankster Defog, prankster Tailwind, or my bad, not Tailwind. Taunt for things like maybe Whimsicott if it tries to do something. Prankster Toxic. We can U-turn. Um, we can Volt Switch. This is just our good Volt turner. And it gets Defiant too. So if we did want to run a physical, not a physical, I'm sorry, an offensive Defiant set, we could. We can run so many different things with this mon, and I'm actually really happy about it. It gets Dark Pulse, gets Discharge. It's Zapdos, but with I feel like it with a little more coverage. Gets Grass Knot for things like maybe Seismitoad. So we don't have to use Hidden Power Grass, which, we can't because it's banned. Psychic, Sludge Bomb for the fairies. Let me think. For the coverage wise, I would say Focus Blast or Flash Cannon would be the best thing for like rock types, for ice types. Things like maybe Toxic for like just kind of to whittle down some other types. But mainly this can be a really good mon that I personally kind of underhanded because I was tempted to take Xurkitree before I knew about the whole Signal Beam ban thing. So I'm kind of happy that I grabbed this rather than Xurkitree, but is what it is. I'll take Defog any time of the day than losing Signal Beam to something really silly. And like even though this mon kind of like it doesn't feel like a tier 1 mon, it can be used as a tier 1 mon. And I feel like this season's going to be a lot of experimenting and a lot of having fun than being in more of the competitive vibe of it. Which kind of brings me to my next mon, Sakamoto, the Alolan Persian. A really good defensive mon. But it can also be ran with like Technician. I only say defensive because of Fur Coat. As you can see, its defense really isn't all that great. But it gets a lot of physical moves. It gets Play Rough, it gets Return, it gets Seed Bomb. Even though its attack isn't that good, its special attack's actually a lot better for some reason. Oh, that's why, because Zero... Yeah, of course. Showdown, I really don't understand you sometimes. Fake Out, Facade. This thing's just naturally physical. Knockoff, Play Rough. If I wanted to run something silly like a special set, I could run Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball. Power Gem would be nice. Dark Pulse, like things like that could really flip the game. But this mon is more of like a it's kind of like a Volt Turn, but just with Parting Shot. So things that can kind of weaken our team or weaken their team. I'm sorry. But if need to, can also like throw a few jabs for us to kind of hurt their team. Of course, this thing gets U-turn, it gets Toxic, it gets Taunt. If we wanted to do like a sub, probably a sub with Nasty Plot, that's something I can see. So it's many things like that we can run. I'm slowly wishing that this thing got Swords Dance. Because I feel like Swords Dance would be really fun on this mon. But we can also run Flatter. Flatter would be nice. For maybe like physical things like Mega. I don't know why I'm talking about Mega Garchomp so much. Probably because of my opponent this week. Gets Thunder, gets Water Pulse if we want to try to have some fun with confusion. If I remember, this thing doesn't get Baton Pass, so we could always use like maybe Work Up to our advantage or things like Snarl to our advantage. But majorly things like that can really help us. This mon's mainly just help weaken things. And then finally, with our last pick, we had Law. Okay, if you guys do not remember, Law was probably the MVP of season 4. Even though she got traded. Well, I wouldn't say traded, but dropped for another for Himiko, the Miss Magius actually. So it's kind of like she evolved. And like I said, it's a good mon. It's something that I personally felt was like going to help us with against things like Rapid Spinners. It was going to help us against our ground type weakness. We had Glader, we had Steal Your Girl, we had... Actually, that was about it. But it helps us more with like just things that like people that like to run sand, like Dante. It can help us against like trappers, like arena trapper, arena trap, Doug Trio. Um, because yeah, funny enough, I just found out about that. So, um, this thing gets Dazzling Gleam, it gets Dark Pulse, it gets a lot of different moves for its for what type of mon it is. I know Misdrevious gets um it can be ran a couple different ways with Eviolite. And like sometimes I kind of want to just try not to run Eviolite because I feel like it'd just be a lot more fun to run something way different than what it usually is. Like I said, the season's all about having fun. It's all about kind of doing a different thing. And I feel like Law is going to be a big part of it, especially with its move pool. And it's also pretty fast too, so it's something that we can probably try to take advantage of. Maybe run Scarf Misdreavus or Specs Misdreavus because why not? It'd be fun. So, anyways, guys, our our round our week 1 match is going to be up soon against the the Kakuna Kyrems and Flygon. I think that's why I was talking about him so much, because he faces me week 1. Sadly, we can't face Red King due to him just having stuff going on. I wish him the best. I wish Flygon the best. It's gonna be a good matchup. And hopefully things just go our way. Cause I really don't want a season where we get screwed out of playoffs. I don't want a season where we get haxed out of playoffs or haxed out of any matchup, because that's not fun. That really isn't. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until week 1, which will hopefully go up soon, peace out, Mikuins.